Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Wednesday, the 13th of August, 2025, about 5:55 p.m. Central Time right now. Very flat reopening of the stock market. Gold under a little pressure along with the silver. The dollar got hit again today, and you're looking at most currencies even tonight gaining a fraction on the dollar. Energy prices have just been stable. I think that's all we can say. Now I'm switching gears and showing you now the October natural gas, the heating oil, rebob gas, Brent, and WTI all in October for the short term. You're back up and running in Bitcoin, and we've seen IPO upon IPO coming out where they're trying to buy money to buy Bitcoins, Ethereum, and so on. It's just been a gradual big lift in all those markets, and they have gotten everyone's attention. In the bonds and notes, we are looking at yields that fell a little bit today, but this is all the prelude to what I call Carpenter Day tomorrow. Now, why do I call it that? Because you're going to get some big reports that we should look at. But before I go into them, what's going to happen in those reports are probably going to set the currency market on its ear one way or the other. Because you get PPI and Jobless. As they come out, and you know there's pressure on the Fed via every administrator in the Trump camp to do something about interest rates. So I cover this with seasonal charts. You're going to see what I see on the SeasonX charts, what I see coming out on more research, and of course our price counts. What are they showing in the dollar? And it's very fascinating what they're showing on the dollar on this pullback. Is it a pullback or a new break? The impact of world events I'll be talking about. The sensitivity is important because I only keep my reports up for 3 business days. So if you missed the gold report that I put up over the weekend, it's gone. All right, I actually put up, I think it was Friday, and that's gone, replaced now with the dollar report. So to see it, just click up here, you see the icons, or go to iraepstein.com, right on the front page, it's there for you to view. It's about 15, 20 minutes long. I really go into a lot of depth in this one. So you might want to take a hard look at it because as goes the dollar, so goes so many commodities and other markets. Very important report. And tomorrow's going to be an important day with it. So as I said, what do I mean by that? You're going to get the jobless claims in the morning. Now they're looking for a slight increase, nothing really big. The July Producer Price Index, they're looking for final demand coming out at up 0.2 month over month, and they're looking for the core to be up 0.3. Now, you got to dig in here even deeper because you're going to get service, PPI, a lot of other numbers. This report's going to get a lot of scrutiny. Then in the natural gas, you're going to get another report, but the weather's been tremendously mild. They're looking for about 55 billion cubic feet of input. Normally, you get a decrease at this time. That's keeping that market under pressure. So if we could, let's go back to the charts right now. Let me get to the right graph here. And let's take a look at what we've got. When you look at the S&P, if the market were to end, you're up 1.17%. It feels like you're up more than that, but you're not. That's what you're up for the week so far, but it's a new all-time high. You can see how the markets come into those highs. The pattern is bullish as you've got higher lows and higher highs. You fought a battle for a week back here. And now the market has gone up and made the new high in the market, but it's running into resistance that's like reins on a horse, trying to hold it back from the Bollinger Band. You've been staying in that sideways action. Is this the push out of it? I think we'll get the answer tomorrow to that question. Take a look here. You can see where you're up and you're overbought. You have not embedded. You're at the upper band. You're at a perfect spot to get a reaction to the downside. Will you get it from it? I thought today would be a day where you just drifted, and you did. Not a big up, not a big down. That could all change tomorrow. NASDAQ overbought, pushing on it, new all-time highs too. Now, you don't have that in the Dow. You didn't go up for an all-time high, just coming up here. But I'll tell you where people ran to. Do you remember me saying at the beginning of the week and last week, I think they're running into the Russell now? 3 months ago, I said, you got to change your opinion 2 months ago on it. I said, this market now wants to go up. And the reason is that people are now flocking to the market and just looking for anything that hasn't moved and said, well, this has to move eventually. That's what's getting the Russell going. In addition, these are cash-sensitive stocks to interest rates. If interest rates fall, a number of these companies that count on that debt will do better as the rates come down. So this is very important to this index, but that doesn't mean you just blindly buy over upper Bollinger Bands. In the DAX rather, we've got the higher low, higher high pattern. So this also turned bullish again. Can it run if everything happens? If it does, 4,600's the next target. Then as we talk about bonds and notes, remember, as they go up on the future, it means interest rates are falling. This was a bullish correction. That's what it was because you've stayed over the 18-day average and the market's still trying to lift. It can go either way off these reports tomorrow. The 5-year note, same thing. It's, again, losing yield. The dollar index in a bearish mode unless it gets back over 98.50. Could it be going for these old lows? You want to look at my dollar report on that. And could the currency, the euro, not take out this low and be on its way to new highs? You're at a real important point and you're overbought. Everything can go either way tomorrow because none of the technicals right now are giving you ideas. British pound, why not go for the upper band? But you are overbought. Where would you put a stop if you bought this market? It's purely a momentum trade. It came from the upper Bollinger Band down to the lower band, fought with the 18-day average, back down to new lows, and attacking the highs. I mean, you talk a crazy summer, you're in it right now. Bitcoin, breaking out to new all-time highs. Overbought, but this market is on an absolute tear to the upside. Then we come to the energies, which are under control. I was looking at a report today that one of the analysts on CNBC was talking about on gasoline. You know, the whole range recently is about 6%. And normally in the summer, you get a double-digit increase in it. We have a low single-digit increase. What do you think this is doing to retain inflation? A tremendous amount. The lower this goes, people have more money because gasoline's one of those items you spend on. And you could see how it's just laying down here. And in nat gas, look at how low these prices are right now. I mean, anybody that's running anything on nat gas, they're sitting back and they're looking at their bill and they're going, I can't believe it. So the president's done a heck of a good job. He's broken energy prices. He's given people reason to be happy. The stock market's responding to that right now. Now we've got to consider the PPI and the jobless. It's going to be an interesting morning. Take a look at the other updates that I have out tonight. You remember, you can click up here to see that special dollar report I'm putting out, and I'll catch up with you all in the morning in this my morning flash update. You take care.